Hey everybody, Eric here from the MMG, the mature-minded gamers always looking to add new members to our ranks. Check the video description for our Discord to join us and talk gaming. Today we're talking Noble Legacy. I'm bringing you a tips and tricks video. This is going to cover some of the easiest things that I've figured out over my many play sessions of this game to help you get your village started on the right foot. So here we go. Let's get to tip number one, and that's going to be to do the tutorial. Yes, I know sometimes tutorials are lame. This one actually does a great job of walking you through without a lot of extra guidance and getting you to the point where you need to be. And once you finish it, you actually load out into the new kingdom or the sandbox mode, which is where you would start fresh anyways. All right, this tip here is based off of having a library and a research desk, which you should have pretty early on in the game. But one of the things when you're looking at the research table here on page 3, there is the fishery, jetty and rack. That is probably the number one thing I recommend that you research first. And just in case you don't know this, you can actually do the research yourself. So if you don't have someone assigned to the library, you can come up to the research desk and hit E, and you'll actually start to research. It does take some time, but it is a very valuable thing to learn. The early stuff isn't too hard, but you do want to get a librarian in there pretty quick. But what this does for you, the fishery brings in a lot of extra food that not only will help supply your village, but you can also sell to visitors to make them happier and to make you more gold. All right, the next tip is based off people with exclamation marks. You'll see it pop up in the bottom left sometimes, but they'll keep that mark on them so you can see them even when they're walking around. What this means is they have something they want to talk to you about, and it's almost always a quest. And these quests aren't too difficult to do, and they usually have a decent reward. So this one right here, we're hunting some chickens. It's going to raise the morale by 15. That's a pretty good reward. Now, if you fail it, there is some negative things, and there's always a couple different ways to handle it. So I could just throw gold at it to make it, better if I wanted to. But I'm going to do this because I want the 15 morale. So make sure you do these. It really can help your village early on to build based off different things. Some of them will give you gold, like this one gives you morale. Some of them will give you items, different things like that. They can be really beneficial. All right, next tip, you're going to have several missions where you'll have to hunt down either chickens or deer or bandits, something like that. And it's kind of hard right now with just a sword. So definitely recommend you use the tab to target it like I just did there. And that way you don't lose track of it. And you can chase it down. To stay with it, you'll eventually catch it. It'll turn around and it'll do all the stuff you need it to do. And then you'll get to it and be able to hit it. Don't give up. I know it can be a little frustrating sometimes. Almost got it. Bow and arrows coming soon. It's in the roadmap. Can't come soon enough. I think it'll be awesome. There we go. All right, next tip. If you're trying to place some items, sometimes it can be a little difficult when it's above your head level in the game. And so I recommend using the P mode, which is just hit the P button and it zooms out. You can see the structure. And you can do different things. So then from here you can hit that build mode with F. So I was trying to place a lantern down on top here. I couldn't quite get it from my head view, but there we go. And now I can place it. See how much easier it is to place stuff on top now? That's a recommendation for you. All right, next tip is don't forget about your kingdom tab on the main menu here that you can go to. It shows you a really nice overview of the status of your village or your town, whatever it is currently. Shows you your rank, your next rank, what it's going to take to get there. You can look at a quick look at your labor of what everybody's doing. You can set if you want to sell things and, if you want to keep things right there in the economy tab. It's really handy. The other tab you want to pay attention to is your buildings. And then once you're in your buildings, you'll see you can actually switch it over from status, maintenance, details. These have a lot of good information in it. This is where you'll actually upgrade your building. It's where you add fuel to your building and do lots of other stuff. So a lot of people kind of overlook that part. It's very important, especially when you start to grow your village. Villagers want higher level quality buildings to work in and to live in, and that's where you can upgrade them. And at wintertime, sometimes the fuel doesn't get to them, and then you can manually add the fuel there as well. All right, next tip is when you're looking at your build menu, if you have not named your buildings, like I haven't done most of my houses here, and then you're looking at one and you're trying to find out which building that is, it can be really hard when your village gets big. You can actually hit the track button down here, and it'll actually highlight a wood foundation in that particular building. So see it's way over here, wood foundation. That's how you can find what house that is. And now knowing that it needs upgraded, let me show you that real quick. So we're looking at this house here, and now I know which one I'm actually in. So there's the house that I'm tracking still, and you can see on maintenance here, to upgrade it, I need tier 2 structure parts. I have 2 of 6. I need 4 more. Now another cool trick to learn here is when you're in the build menu now, you can actually switch out pieces, which is a newer addition. You didn't used to be able to do that. So it doesn't work great on everything, but walls seem to work really well. So say I want to switch this out. Do you see where it says allow replaces off down there in the lower right? So you hit Y. We're going to turn that on. And now I'm going to pick that wall again because oh, there it goes.
Well,
Now I just have to get the high wall selected in there. Now it's going to actually replace that wood wall and keep everything the same. See? Door looks a little off for some reason. Let's fix that here. There we go. So now we have tier 2 structures 4 of 2, as you can see for this house. We need a 6 to get to the next level, so we're going to actually replace another wall here. This one right here would be perfect. There we go. Now, it doesn't look great. We'd probably want to replace all the walls. But for this video, we don't really care. So we're just going to go ahead and do the upgrade next. And now that we've got the pieces to do it, we can now go out here to the house. You'll see it's got a plus arrow. We can now upgrade it. So if we have the gold, it meets all the other requirements, we can hit upgrade. That's going to improve this house and actually let it house up to 5 people now. And it improves the quality for the people living there. And now that we've got the pieces to do it, we can now go out here to the house. You'll see it's got a plus arrow. We can now upgrade it. So if we have the gold, it meets all the other requirements, we can hit upgrade. That's going to improve this house and actually let it house up to 5 people now. And it improves the quality for the people living there. All right, everybody, one more tip and trick, and I'm not going to go into deep details because Jim from the MMG already did a video on this, and he did a great job, and that's covering prefabs. It's very important in Noble Legacy. You're doing a lot of building. The prefab system is really, really well done. You can upload them to Steam Workshop. You can share them with friends. You can share them with the public, whatever you want to do. And I really love the system, and I use it a lot in the game. So don't forget about the prefab system. Make sure you use it to make your life better. And check out our video for more information on that. It's on our channel here, Noble Legacy, how to use the prefab system and Steam Workshop. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and have yourself a great day.